Don't panic. That's a message from the UK government as the country grapples with a fuel supply crisis. After a chaotic week that saw panic buying and fights at the pumps, British ministers say the crisis is abating. But UK petrol retailers paint a different picture. They say more than a quarter of pumps are dry and less than half have both petrol and diesel. Huge queues have built up at the stations that have fuel, with customers waiting hours to fill up. The backlog is clogging up roads and blocking traffic. Petrol retailers have warned that until adequate supplies are sent to stations, the long queues will continue. But those supplies can only get to the pumps if there are enough truck drivers to bring them. Britain is suffering from a severe lack of drivers. The industry says there may be a shortage of 100,000 because of a combination of the COVID-19 pandemic and Brexit. It's not just the fuel supply crisis the country's dealing with. Supermarkets have seen empty shelves. Pharmacy supplies have been disrupted. The pig industry says hundreds of thousands of animals may need to be culled because of a lack of abattoir workers. And energy suppliers have gone out of business after gas prices soared. Well, DW's Birgit Mass has been to a South London food bank to see how the shortage is affecting some of Britain's most vulnerable.
I'm at the Evelyn Community Centre in South London, and twice a week here volunteers are handing out fruit and vegetables and bread. And I'm here with Christina Norman, who is one of the main volunteers. And I'm just going to ask her, Christina, what's the impact here in the food bank? Do you feel that there is less food around?
We are experiencing less food than what we have over the last 18 months. We're not getting the amount of food. We usually get it on a weight, and it's gone from about 440 kilos down to 200. So we are really noticing the lack of food, plus the fact we've had more people wanting to become members. So we're now putting less food across more people.
And what is it due to? Is that due to a shortage of drivers who can't deliver the food?
I think it's one of the reasons is due to a shortage of drivers. They're just not getting the food in. And at the moment, we've got the fuel crisis. So now, us ourselves this week, we had to get them to deliver to us because we didn't have fuel for our vehicle. So I think it's all combined together. And it's quite important at the moment because benefits are due to stop soon. People are now going to have to choose between food or fuel. And it's not a choice that they should have to make. And we're getting more and more requests for people to become members here, and it's really worrying.
So it really does have an impact, the shortage of drivers, the shortage of food, on people's lives and in this community?
Yes, it has a knock-on effect. If you don't have the drivers to bring the food in, you haven't got the food to give to the community and the fuel. So, yeah, everything all rolled into one makes it a massive problem for us.
Christina Norman, thank you very much. And with this fairly bleak picture from South London, where people in need and they have less food, and as Christina Norman just explained, almost really not enough to feed their families or heat their homes. This is the situation in the UK at the moment.